Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's me again, Mr. Reference. How y'all doing? I got more information for y'all. What this short is going to be about is I'm going over about a recap, and some of them is new. About 25 different techniques to, some of them involve getting money. Most of them involve decalcifying your pineal gland. A little bit of assistance in healing. Y'all know how I do, right? So and the next portion after that is going to be like a part 6, talking about the alchemical process of, or your alchemical subconscious mind processes, the things that take place within you, because I believe it's very important. So my name is Reference, for those who just watching the first time, because I'll give you a reference to someone you can go to and get some correct information. And if it's not correct, message me, but the elders or individuals that I listen to, or over time, and also through my own personal experiences, if I didn't go to them personally, I got into the information, or whatever you need to do, or whatever, how the spirit gravitates towards you. Okay. So for the first one, this one is the tiger balm that I mentioned before, maybe in my first video, but that was in March, so it's okay, right? So tiger balm, you rub on your forehead, help activate your pineal gland. You'll feel a sensation. Don't put too much. It might burn, but you put a little TT, you'll feel a sensation. For those who had tiger balm, it's an activation because it helps deal with that area, the tingling. So get you some tiger balm. They got it like dollar stores or your pharmacies, So tiger balm, I got that from Brother Panic, by the way. That's your reference. Next reference I got was by next two actually was by Dr. Lean Bay, lbay.com. So tapping in the back of your neck will awaken this particular gland, or opening the opening of the way gland, when you're dealing with the subconscious mind, to help you remember your past life experiences. And he said to do this over time, even if it's scarred. Now, this is just our human vessel anyway. It's just a spaceship. Don't worry about that part. Right now, if you're getting into the work, he says this is a good technique to do. So what you do is you tap on back of your neck, 27 times, 3 times a day. And it'll help awaken the gland, the opening of the way, or the medulla oblongata. So you excited by doing that, by tapping it. So 3 times a day, 27 times each. Try for a couple months and set your intentions, all right? The next one is the 4-7-8 technique. Helps you relax and helps you with concentration. You breathe in for a count of 4. Four, 7, 8. You breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 7. You breathe out 8. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. 4, 7, 8. And do that many times. Do that for like 30 minutes. See how you feel. Work with it. Call him, access him. He is still alive. It's great to have a teacher such as him still alive. So I'm definitely going to refer him a lot and talk about him a lot. The next one is get you a herb pack that helps decalcify your pineal gland. Anybody you could trust, or if you come up with or like to experiment with yourself to help decalcify your pineal gland. But there's individuals out there, I was getting mine from Brother Panic. I still got a little bit left, to help, but I'm keeping it as a memorandum, from the last lecture I attended. last year, or the year before, excuse me. The North Carolina joint. Or Virginia, excuse me. I don't know. But the next one is the IE sound I got from Dr. Lean. Also, the IE sound helps excite, or you could work with your pineal gland. So IE, how he did it was he did that so you could feel it here. He also learned from a teacher, which he'll probably get into once you check him out. Check out his work. He'll explain all that. So you could feel it in this area. The IE deals with pineal. That's your fifth technique right there. The next one is the sun gazing. I think I failed to mention one time when I shared the sun gazing, and I also referred to Dr. Lean. He mentioned to warm up your eyelids. So close your eyelids for a number of seconds, a certain amount of time, to warm up your eyelids before you start sun gazing. You know what I'm saying? Warm up. It's just like stretching or anything like that before you start to get into any type of work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, warm up your eyelids. Close your eyes and stare at the sun. You know, warm them up before you get into the work. All right. I did go over or share the information by Brother Panic, talk about the different spiritual baths and the different nuts you can use and the different herbs you can use. So I'm gonna go over these real quick too. You know, as a recap. So boil these nuts for 2 hours before your bath, your spiritual bath. Boil these nuts for 2 hours before your spiritual bath. So for almonds to become more loving in the physical world and on the spiritual world, you sit in a hot tub for 30 minutes, put it in there, do your thing, do your work. Intentions. Yeah, I know about the spiritual baths already. All right. Put these on here. So I got them down my notes because it's a lot. That was that one. The hazelnut opens up the pineal gland. You already know what you're supposed to do. Boil them for a certain amount of time. Have them in there with you while you're doing some type of intentional, willful, desireful work. Nutmeg, to have power over the spirit. Boil for 2 hours. Over your spirit, boil for 2 hours. Go in a tub and do your thing. Not only your spirit, but when you're dealing with people. You know, when you're dealing with some people, people be trying to have power over you, take control. So, you know, to help as a little mechanism, you know, do that. Excuse me. Ooh. Pecans. And also deal with Oshun. And to be more attractive in the spirit world and in the physical. Pecans. Walnuts for bad relationships you want to forget. Boil for 2 hours, sit in the tub for 30 minutes. All right. Herbal baths. You can put basil in there. So while you're taking your bath, put basil. Basil clears out high energy. A clearing out of high negative energy, whether it's low or too high. You might be over or too low. You know, sometimes you can have an overactive chakra from what I've been learning. Bay leaf, protection from low energy, or keeps it away from you. Hyssop, the stripper of bad energy. He said when you're dealing with the hyssop, you want to have it in there or be in there for like 10 minutes. Lettuce, you could use to wash with yourself. Wash your body with lettuce. It's a cleanser. It creates clarity and calmness. Mint leaf, to cheer up your mood, sweeten up the vibe. Parsley, wealth, repels when you mix it with goat milk. The goat milk repels vampiric energies and helps when you're feeling when drained. All right. What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Y'all good? Just trying to give my little spill. So next to my notes, right here, when you're dealing with these techniques, because it's a technique, it's a tool. He also said keep 8 white roses around you to keep your aura strong. I remember I had them in my car, but they was fake. I got them from like the dollar store, but I imagined they was real, and I felt like it'd take the same effect. So, you know, whatever I say goes, right? The mind makes it real, your mind. So the next one is rosemary, gives fortune. Also the bay leaf, you know, you're dealing with basil, you know, write stuff on the leaf too, you know, have it in there with you. Choose your ink, choose your lead. Bay leaf, basil, rosemary to clean up your aura and clean negative energy combined. Bay leaf, basil, and rosemary. Another thing he mentioned too, it was like an 8-hour lecture, 8-hour lecture by Brother P. He was like, I was watching it like halfway through, you know, he showed me to remember when you visualize, in order to activate what you're trying to manifest, one of the keys they failed to mention is to activate it with your senses. You have to activate your world in order to shut down the next, just so you could communicate with the genie and get through the conscious, so to speak, and his levels above, which we all, and you could have your desired effect as far as the as so above, below. So when you inside, for example, your new home that you visualizing, you wanna feel real good. You wanna feel real happy about it, that you in your new home and you seeing the doorknobs and the doors and everything good. Ain't no holes in the walls, no bed bugs, you know. Ain't nobody, you know, it's just your new spot. And then, you know, you want to smell it. Like, it smell good. Even if you pass gas or fart, do that. You know what I mean? You'll be all right. You know, smell, you know, take care of that. It's have fun with it. You know, continue to be the kid. Try the best you can. You know, we all get distracted being half human and all. You know, touch it. Touch the walls. Touch yourself. I don't know. You know, feel it. Activate all your senses so you can communicate with yourself. It'd be an easier way to have your desired effect for such a thing. And another tool we should keep utilizing, probably my 3rd time saying it, but who gonna remember, huh? We should learn our blood type. Learn our blood type, eat according to our blood type. It'll help keep you charged. For the simplicity of it, without going and talking about transmuting molecules within the food by doing a certain work. Let's just keep it simple and say, hey, just eat according to your blood type. Start off with that. All right? Don't be afraid to grow your food. If you are, get somebody to do it. Be an alkaline water junkie. You know, try to start having that alkaline water attitude, you know, so it help with your pH, fellas and ladies. Drink your alkaline water. Sleep with crystals under your pillow. It's another one, you know. Sleep with crystals under your pillow. Crystal gaze. I spoke about that in one of my lectures on YouTube. Reference at channel -2-DV. I don't know. You know, it's on Facebook. Sorry, it's on Facebook. Just check it out. You know, look it up. The key thing is research. Look it up. The key thing is to become a scientist. If you don't feel like being a scientist that day, Look up a good reference to help you with your work. Ask and demand your spirit, aka or ask your spirit and or ask your soul, point you in the right direction if you're feeling kind of unclear, or manifest clarity so you know what direction you got to head into. Take people advice, but don't always follow it. Keep your spiritual armor on. So don't get so caught up on the wordplay when it comes to pray. You're praying with somebody, sending good thoughts. They just switch the word around. It's just a polarity to a word. Don't get confused on wordplay. You are your ultimate magician, or sorceress, or sorcerer, or the title of a warlock. Huh? Yeah, I know I like my music. That's that Interstellar, Hans Zimmerman. Zimmerman, excuse me. You want to keep that kid-like self about you throughout the end of the day. You know how you get home, you might have a long day, and you just get in the bathtub and play with Ducky. Play with Duck, quack, quack. Quack, quack, become a child. Become a child. Quack, quack. Get the toy in that little boat. Do what you need to do, man. Smile again after a long day in the good old Matrix. The good old Matrix, and keep practicing, because these are the things, sometimes we get distracted. It's okay. But dealing with the emotional trauma helps us become an excellent student in dealing with emotional mastery, right? So get yourself in the tub. That was my notes on that. I think that was like 25 of them, plus a recap. But it's important for us to get into, when you do those tools and do all those things and these manifestation and what we do as a collective, please understand that, like I was saying, this is part 6 of the alchemical processes that happen to you inside your brain. Lately, it's been kind of nerdish because we all scientists and we got to learn about the magic that happens and the things we do that seem sporadic or some type of miracle. But it's time to learn the application and the science behind such a thing. So with this picture right here, this is a picture from the last literature when we was dealing with the Montauk Chia information. And some of his information is all of his information is good, but it do have some discrepancies from individuals that I study under. But this right here ain't none, because this is straight science. So with this is good facts. So we talking about the pineal gland right now. That's kind of why I went into those 25 techniques to help. And you could try. You can try those for 25 days. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read the literature here. I'm dealing with darkness technology. You are the technology. And when you are manifesting within the dark, either when you're going to sleep or when you meditating, it doesn't matter. Dig me? Here's the picture again from last week's talk. So, without further ado, I'm going to read about the pineal gland, your pineal gland. The pineal gland is the connection point for the spirit or soul. It is the physical center for and transmitter of psychic phenomena such as telepathy and clairvoyance in time and space. If you don't know what telepathy and clairvoyance is, look it up and ask self before you go to sleep, all right? And the actual influence of thoughts on the physical surroundings, which you will see in figure 16. When activated, the pineal gland becomes the line of communication with higher planes. All right? When activated, the pineal gland becomes the line of communication with other planes. The crown chakra reaches down until this vortex touches the pineal gland, which you will see in figure 15. Prana, or pure energy, your prana or pure energy, is received through this energy center in our head. Excuse me. With practice, the vibration level of the astral body is raised. There's books on astral projection. I show one in my last joint, dealing with the books by Robert Bruce. It's application and read, allowing it to separate from the physical. To activate your third eye and perceive higher dimensions, your pineal gland and pituitary body must vibrate in unison, which is achieved through meditation and or relaxation. It's one of the ways. When a correct relationship is established between personality operating through the pituitary body and soul operating through the pineal gland and magnetic field is created. I know they tell the ladies, y'all ladies, to take a lot of iron pills and stuff like that, but make sure you take your magnesium water. Drink some magnesium water and throw a pinky out. You know what I'm saying? Because it magnetizes your melanin. The magnetic field is created. Your iron levels be straight. That's not even your chart when you go to these establishments. Wrong chart. So please understand, or throw a tablet back. You'll be all right before you go to sleep at night. Magnesium water. Okay? So a magnetic field is created. The negative and positive forces interact and become strong enough to create the light in the head. With this light in the head activated, astral projectors can withdraw themselves from the body carrying the light within them. This is part 6, dealing with the alchemical processes within your subconscious mind and things that happen. And this figure 15 and figure 16, dealing with the third eye and the crown vortex, you see the way it moves, or a correlation between that we have with the constellations. Or you want to get into an individual named Edward Bynum that talks about the Uraeus, dealing with the snake, or this area right here dealing with, or this crystalline structure, the crystal palace, etc., etc., etc. So here go your picture right here. The pineal works primarily by converting the higher dimensional light that is constantly streaming into your reality into usable information for your pituitary. As it gradually activates, the pineal permits the body to move its vibrational patterns into higher and higher levels. This process allows your light body to attach itself even deeper in your physical instrument, seen there in figure 17. Our process is to reset the focus in pineal. This chemical lens largely disappears as you grow older, but not if you do the work. The decrease in its efficiency is one of the major reasons your body aging as quickly as it does. When the pituitary begins to receive the consciousness energy packets from the well of dreams through the interaction with the pineal, it secretes enzymes that permit the chemical lens in the pineal to reappear. As this lens strengthens, it allows RNA and DNA proteins strings in your cells to activate your third strand, and they call it the heavenly mirror. Again, with this picture. All right. The pineal gland is located in one of the oldest anatomical regions of the brain within you. If you draw an imaginary line from the center of your forehead, crossed by a line through the head at your ears, you have its general location. The pineal gland is cone-shaped, about 8 millimeters aka 1/3 inch in diameter, weighing from 50 to 150 milligrams. The gland is most active during childhood. Always remain a child to enter into the kingdom, it says in the basic information before leaving Earth, and begins to regress at about age 7, so they say, becoming a calcified tissue strand in the adult, seen in figure 18, which I will show you in a second. Also, Dr. Layla Africa also have a good pictures of the pineal and where it's located at. Dr. Layla Africa. R.I.P. And Brother Pete, Brother Panic. So dealing with figure 18 and that picture which I will show in a second. However, there are numerous anatomical, and physiological idiosyncrasies associated with the pineal. It is one of the few solitary organs. Most organs in the brain are paired left and right. While small, the blood flow in the gland is quite large. The pineal has been considered as a The pineal gland has been considered in close correlation with aka the reptilian or third eye. But it's reptilian brain and third eye is different. You got don't mix the few. As I'm reading, don't mix the few. The reptilian and third brain is different, just like you got a bird brain. And these different brains, that's when inside the brain, they look like a picture of the animal or whatever. And that's how you know. I guess that's why I was mentioning the information by Edward Bynum. It's in that book. I ain't got that book, because why? The reference gave it away. Wish I had that book. But you can always get it. Edward Bynum. All right, it talks about the Ureus. And then I forgot what page inside the book, but it's in there. And you'll see reptilian brain, the bird brain. That's why you say bird, and just the different levels of our brain. This is pretty dope. But it's pretty cool. For those interested. To some, it'll be like boring. But hey, just whatever. So the pineal gland, or the pineal, your pineal, has been considered as a third eye. Its photosensitivity derives from neural connections with the retina, your retina. Look up, because it's going to say the Taoist practice of orgasmic upward draw. Orgasmic upward draw is very important to stimulate the pineal gland. Taoists regard the pineal as the second sexual gland. So this is your pineal. The mushroom head. Ooh, the mushroom head. This is your pineal. Make sure y'all look it up, all right? Make sure y'all look it up. And please, ladies, take your magnesium water. Ooh, please, take your magnesium water. It does wonders, baby. Same thing with the fellas, man. Take your magnesium water. Magnetize. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's all I got. That was part 6 with the alchemical process dealing with your subconscious mind. We look up these terms. There's wonders, there's beauty to us in this place of ours. So, my name is Reference. I'll give you a short reference to as far as dealing with the techniques. I gave like 25 and a recap, and part 6 of the subconscious mind process. I'll definitely throw something out. The next one gonna be dope too. But in the meantime, y'all stay up, stay light. Please know that in these times, during this age, the energy has become very strong on our planet, very light, very increasing. So however how you are will be increased. If you're deceitful, you'll be really deceitful. If you're really cool, you be really cool. If you want to focus on balance, you become balanced. a lie will manifest just as much as the truth. So is there a difference? Whatever argument you state, whatever confirmation you get, roll with it. Go with the flow, inspiration. Know that everybody's right on the level that they on. So every argument, you're right. There's no need to argue. There's no need to do all that. But we're living in a place where everybody has a role to play on the stage. Nobody thought they'll be the bad guy. Nobody thought they'll be the crook or the liar or the deceiver. However, we all got to learn these things. And we say, I'm so confused. Why I got to exist? It's all a part of an never-ending story. You know, it's all a part of the mastery. So, confusion is a part of life. So is love and all that stuff. It's all needed and used to become a master. So I'm going to leave you with that. Peace and love. 1.